In 1969, Pontiac built a GTO Judge so extreme, they never wanted the public to know it existed. There were no brochures, no official order forms, and no clear production records anyone could agree on. Even today, Pontiac historians still argue about whether these cars were ever supposed to leave the factory at all. Some say only a handful existed. Others say Pontiac never intended them to be acknowledged, ever. What everyone agrees on is this: the Ram Air 5 GTO Judge crossed the line, and Pontiac spent decades quietly pretending it never happened. By the late 1960s, the muscle car wars were no longer just competitive, they were desperate. Every manufacturer was chasing the same thing: more horsepower, more attention, and more bragging rights. Ford had unleashed the Cobra Jet. Chevrolet was quietly building Copo Camaros behind corporate denials, and Pontiac had the GTO, the car that had started the entire muscle car movement. But by 1969, Pontiac's dominance was being challenged. Insurance companies were beginning to push back, regulators were paying closer attention, and the era of unrestricted performance was clearly coming to an end. Pontiac knew time was running out. That's when they introduced the GTO Judge. Loud colors, aggressive graphics, and a performance image designed to remind the world who built the original muscle car. But while the Judge grabbed headlines on the showroom floor, something far more extreme was taking shape inside Pontiac engineering. Engineers weren't building a better street motor anymore. They were building something meant to win at any cost. That engine was the Ram Air 5. This wasn't an evolution of the Ram Air 3 or the Ram Air 4. It was a completely different philosophy. At the heart of the Ram Air 5 were tunnel port cylinder heads, massive, straight-through ports designed to move enormous amounts of air at high RPMs. This design sacrificed drivability for power. Low-end torque didn't matter. Idle quality didn't matter. What mattered was airflow, and lots of it. The Ram Air 5 was loud, temperamental, and unforgiving. It demanded high RPMs to come alive. And when it did, it behaved more like a race engine than anything meant for public roads. Pontiac engineers knew exactly what they had built. The problem wasn't whether the engine worked. The problem was that it worked too well. By the time the Ram Air 5 was ready, the environment around it had changed dramatically. Insurance companies were blacklisting high horsepower cars. Federal emissions regulations were no longer theoretical. They were coming. And General Motors executives were under pressure to distance themselves from racing involvement. The Ram Air 5 was everything corporate leadership feared. It was too extreme, too obvious, too difficult to explain. If Pontiac released it officially, it would draw attention not just to Pontiac, but to GM as a whole. And this time, that attention could come with consequences. So Pontiac made a quiet decision. The Ram Air 5 was canceled. There would be no official Judge package, no dealer ordering, no mention in sales literature. On paper, the engine simply vanished. Pontiac hoped that would be the end of the story. It wasn't. Canceling an engine that late in development created a serious problem. The engines already existed. Some had already been shipped to race teams, others were sitting in crates at dealerships, and a few found their way into GTOs through unofficial channels. These weren't assembly line builds. They were dealer-installed combinations, race-prepped conversions, or cars assembled using factory parts that were never meant to coexist. In some cases, a GTO Judge would be ordered normally and then quietly modified after delivery. No paperwork, no factory acknowledgement, just a car that technically shouldn't exist. But it does. And once those cars were on the road or track, Pontiac had no way to pull them back. This is where the controversy begins. Ask Pontiac historians how many Ram Air 5 GTO Judges exist, and you won't get a straight answer. Some believe fewer than 5 complete examples ever existed. Others argue there were several street-driven cars, along with more race-only builds. Some engines were installed when the cars were new. Others may have been swapped in later. What everyone agrees on is this: there are no official production records, no verified VIN list, and no factory documentation Pontiac ever wanted to stand behind. These cars live in the gray area between factory myth and mechanical reality, and that uncertainty is exactly what makes them legendary. The Ram Air 5 GTO Judge wasn't canceled because it failed. It was canceled because it went too far. It represented the absolute edge of the muscle car era. The final moment when engineers were still willing to break the rules, right before regulations, emissions laws, and insurance pressure shut everything down. It was the last gasp of unrestricted American performance, and that's why the Ram Air 5 Judge isn't just rare, it's forbidden. Some muscle cars are remembered because they were sold. Others are remembered because they were never supposed to exist. If you're into rare, lost, and forgotten muscle car stories like this, subscribe. This channel is dedicated to the cars history tried to forget, and there are plenty more coming. Stay tuned.